What is up, Momentous family? It is Patrick Robertson here. We have a November 2023 market report. Super excited to deliver this one because I think it's going to break a lot of the negative mindsets of what people's perception is going on right now in the housing market. Today, we're going to be talking about specifically Frisco, Texas, delivering you all the information so that way if you're looking to buy a home, if you're looking to sell a home, you have the right information to make the right decisions and understand, is now the right time to buy a home? I gotta put this out as always, guys. Please give us a like and a share, maybe even a subscribe to stay tuned to this channel as we put out videos like this each and every week. Home tours, market reports, informational videos about Frisco, Texas. It's at the right place to move to. We love delivering this stuff. Now let's dive right into the information. This video will be broken down into 3 categories as we go through the different metrics of the housing market. First, how fast are homes selling? The velocity of the housing market. Number 2, the cost of the homes being sold today. Basically, what price points are in demand? And finally, number 3, the actual housing supply. How many homes are on the market, which homes are selling, pending, listings, expired, all of that great stuff, so that way you understand what's the total market share look like. We're gonna start off with how fast homes are actually being sold. Right now in November of 2023 in Frisco, Texas, homes are being sold on average in 39 days. This is 10 days faster than last year in November of 2022, when homes are actually being sold on average in 49 days. Massively different. If we compare this to a normal housing market, a normal housing market in 2019 was the last normal year before COVID. Homes are being sold on average in 73 days. That's 34 days faster today than it was 3 years ago. Crazy difference in the actual time to sell. So right then and there, we start to see that we're not really in a slow market. Now, the other factor that I want to look at, that is average days on market. We should always keep in mind on what the median days on market. And the median days on market is basically what the middle is in this whole chart of homes being sold. If you have 201 homes on the market, there'd be 100 homes that sold faster and 100 homes that sold slower. And if we look at the median, homes in Frisco, Texas sell in 27 days median in 2023. In 2022, homes sold for 32 days on median. And if we look even further back into 2019, homes sold for 45 days on median. So what does this all mean? Homes are still selling on median very, very, very fast. In fact, I would actually argue the median is more accurate on what a seller can expect a home can be sold on in the market, 27 days. Let's dive into part number 2, the cost of homes being sold today in Frisco, Texas. The average price point of a home being sold in Frisco, Texas is $733,000. In 2022, the average price point was $780,000. But then we look back to 2019, which this information isn't as relevant, but it shows you the appreciation in Frisco, Texas. Back in 2019, homes are being sold for an average on $502,000 in Frisco, Texas. So the appreciation of $230,000 in those 4 years is completely massive. Today in Frisco, Texas, the average price point of a home being sold is less than it was last year. Momentous family, I am a realtor here in Frisco, Texas, and I love helping homeowners find their dream home, maybe sell that home and move on to their next home in North Dallas, Texas. My mission here is to weed out all the garbage homes, weed out any of the negative marketing to make sure homeowners sell their home for the right top dollar market price and buyers find the right home, the quality home, so they can build a family and live the life of their dreams. Now let's look at the other side of this equation, the actual price of the size of the home, which is the average square foot price of a home being sold in Frisco, Texas. And in November of 2023, the average square foot price was $245. However, when we look back into 2022 in November, the average price point was $241. So we actually see an appreciation of the square foot price being sold. And if we look back even further into 2019, just for information, we see that the average square foot price was $146. So almost $100 more per square foot in Frisco, Texas. But basically what we are seeing is that home prices may have shrunk on average what the average home is being sold for, but the cost per square foot of that home has gone up in the last year. So basically we are seeing that smaller homes are being sold more often, but but at a higher price point of that home. So there's appreciation in the smaller home market where the ultra luxury high-end homes with huge square foot space might not be selling in today's market. The third and final section of this housing market report in Frisco, Texas is the housing market supply. And basically that is how big is this pie of homes being sold in Frisco, Texas? How big is the market? When we look at that, we break it into a few different categories. Let's start off with the total amount of listings today on the MLS in Frisco, Texas. There is 472 homes currently on the market on average in November of 2023. But back in November of 2022, we are seeing 555 homes. So the market has shrunk a little bit since last year. And then if we look even further back into 2019, there was 962 homes on the market. So this pie has almost shrunk in half in the last 4 years. Another important part that we look at, how are those homes that are on the market currently being allocated, right? So the next section is how many of those 472 homes that are currently on the market in November, and then which ones are being closed on. The amount of homes closed in November of 2023 was 133 homes. But back in November of 2022, it was 233 homes. There was 100 additional homes sold last year than this year in the same month. But let's look even further back into 2019, because I think this is important information. If we're using 2019 as a normal market to set our expectations correctly, in a normal market in 2019, 235 homes were sold. So last year, it was actually above normal the amount of homes closed on. And in this year, we are closer to the actual baseline of what a normal market is when we look at a percentage of homes sold versus the amount of listings on the market. 472 homes in November of 2023. Where are those homes going, right? Are they going into being closed on, or are they going off the market? And another important metric to look at is the amount of homes expired on the market, the homes basically that did not sell. And when we look at these numbers in November of 2023, we see 288 homes expired. And then we look 1 year back to 2022, we see 281 homes were expired. So we have more expired listings this year than we did last year, leading us to believe that homes aren't selling for whatever reason. Maybe it's bad marketing. It might also be bad pricing of the actual home. When we look at 2019 though, just to put our baseline in check, we see that there are on average in November of 2019, 376 homes expired. When we look at those numbers, we definitely see that expired listings are up, but they're not up dramatically to the point where like the market's burning and homes just aren't selling these days. The second to last metric of this housing supply we have to look at is the pending listings, because the pending show what is going to be happening in December, right? How many homes are going to be closed in December, and maybe even January if the contract was just signed and some things come up in the actual negotiation. So the amount of pending homes in November of 2023 is 107 homes. And 1 year back prior to November of 2022, we have 160 homes pending. So that is an additional 53 homes pending. And then we look back to 2019 and we have 240 homes pending, which is 133 more homes pending in 2019. Looking at that information, we definitely see that going forward in the future in December and January, based on the metrics, we're going to be having less homes closed on in December than what is normal in December of last year. So December of 2023, definitely less homes are going to be seen closed on and comparatively between the years. So we might see December as a down market when we look at closings. To really cement that information, we will look at the percentages of homes pending versus the amount of listings on the market today. And when we look at that percentage, we see that there's about 22% of homes that are pending of the total listings in November. And then we compare that to say 2019, which we call a normal market, right? In 2019, 25% of the homes were pending out of the total listings in November. What we are going to see in December is a shrinking closing to what is compared to a normal market of what we've seen in the past. For December of 2023, our expectations is it's going to be a little bit of a slow month. However, let's look at the actual performance in November of closed homes. In November of closed homes, 28% of homes were closed on of the total listings on the market. And in November of 2019, 24% of homes were closed on out of the total listing share. So we are seeing a higher percentage of homes closed in November of 2023 compared to 2019, which is good information because we see that homes are actually selling. They are selling, and November was a good month. And what we are seeing with those pendings though, December might be a slower month than normal. That pending listing is super important for us to understand what is going to happen next in December. Let's look at the total housing supply, because I think that's always interesting of what's coming online and where we're currently at. We have 4 months supply. In 2022, there was a 1 month supply, and in 2019, there was a 4 month supply. So we've gotten kind of back to this 4 month supply. And what I suspect that is there is less homes being closed on and less homes being purchased out of the total market. And that's exactly what the market supply is. It is the amount of homes sold based on the amount of listings. Momentous family, that was a ton of information. So let's wrap this whole thing up and really put a conclusion on it. And what does this all really mean? First, what we saw is the actual demand of houses, that houses are moving very, very fast in the market, faster than normal. Number two, what we are seeing is that smaller homes are being sold at a higher price point. So the smaller homes are definitely seeing some appreciation. Point number three is going over the actual supply in the market. Homes are still moving fast. However, the market share has gotten smaller. And with that, we are seeing that December is probably going to be a little bit of a slow month in terms of total homes closed based on the pending listings. Momentous family, a lot of information. I hope you enjoyed that market report. We're going to be putting out one of these each and every month. Thank you so much for joining us, as we deeply appreciate here. Leave us any comments below of any questions you might have, your thoughts. We really hope you guys enjoy this one. But for now, I'm going to let you go, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.